Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Football Talk Reactions. Today we got another tips and tricks for you guys. 5 tips to master running in college football 26. Shout out to the guy Eric Rayweather once again. This gonna be another good one right here. Another well, I already said that in the intro, didn't I? Yeah, I always find little things that maybe I did not know about, or maybe I did know but didn't know exactly how it will play in the game. So I always enjoy this, and you guys seem to enjoy it as well, especially on the TikTok and the Instagram. Shout out to everybody that's following me on my social medias and always commenting. Shout out to you guys. Without further ado though, let's jump right into this. Let's go.
If you're having trouble running the ball in college football 26, don't worry. I've got 5 tips that will instantly make your run game better. And make sure to subscribe so that you're up to date with all of the best and latest college football 26 tips to win more games. And the first tip starts with simply picking good run plays. A lot of you just pick random run plays, you don't practice them beforehand, and some run plays are just better than others. So for example, if we're under center, we want to look at halfback dives or halfback ISOs for our between the tackle runs. We also want to look at runs like 26 duo, which we kind of have more freedom with. We can break it off tackle, we can break it up the B gap, or we can cut it back inside. And the last run you want to focus on are any type of halfback stretches or outside zone type of runs. Now, that's not to say that other runs can't be good. Like counters can be pretty good sometimes, but they're also a lot riskier. Plays like tosses could get you a lot of yards, but it could also lose you 5 yards. These 3 runs across any playbook are going to be consistently good runs for you. Dives and ISOs give you control immediately. They're quick handoffs, and they're just a lot easier to steer and control between the gap. The 26 duo is really unique because you can cut this all the way back really easily, as you just saw right there. Or you could kind of just keep it right where it is and just hit it up the gut like that. But you can also bounce them all the way outside if you see an opening like this as well. It's very versatile. Now the stretch run is also going to be good too because this typically has pretty good blocking. It's one of your best runs to get to the outside, but it does provide the ability to cut it back if you see an opening. Just because the run looks like it's designed to go all the way to the outside doesn't mean you instantly take it there. You want to read and see what's open. See right?
Thank you. I'm so glad that he said this because I was just about to point that out. Running the ball in college football and Madden, whichever one. Just because the player art says, all right, you got to go this way, that doesn't necessarily mean you always have to bounce it out that way. Right here, if they pinch in, well, this looks like they probably going to take the outside. But if they are pinching in, bounce it outside right here, because then you got all this space. I mean, you could probably still do it too. But it's okay to go off script. You know what I mean? You don't have to do it exactly like the player art does. I see a lot of people doing that and then they get stopped or they don't get no yardage at all. And they're wondering like what is happening? For one, you're picking the wrong play. Okay? You're running the ball when you should be passing it. Or you're passing the ball when you should be running it. For 2, you don't always have to follow the player art. Now, if you're a beginner, that's a good idea to stick to how the player art does it. But if you're more of the intimate or advanced people know. But if you're like in the middle, like you got some experience with Madden or something like that, or you played the old college football games, you don't have to follow the player art. I see that so many times. I just had to mention it.
Running the ball really just does come down to picking plays that give you the freedom and give you control
See?
of your running
Box
back.
out,
Some runs just have
right
bad
outside
blocking built in, unfortunately, and some of them have really long handoffs. Now we're going to switch up to the inside zone here. Again, the thing with these runs, everyone that I'm showing you, they have quick handoffs and they give you quick control of your running back, which is crucial. Sometimes you're wondering, why can't I seem to just get where I need to go with my running back? And that's because the play you're picking just does not let you get control of them quick enough. Tip number 2, run where you have the advantage. So you always want to look at the defense and look where your blockers are. So for example here, we're in a stretch going to the right. Now, we're going to pretty much count everybody from the center on over to the way we want to run. So we have the center, we have the fullback, and then we also have 2 linemen and 2 tight ends. So that means we have 6 guys that can help us block on that side of the field. Now, if we look from the center on over
Facts.
to the tight end, we can see they've only got 3 defenders
Practice
in the box.
mode,
now, sure,
hey,
there's a safety up top
it'll
and
solve a
there's
lot of your
quarterback to the
problems.
outside right, but those aren't the most immediate threats. In the box, from the
Look how you
center over
follow.
to that tight end, there's 3 guys, and we have 6 blockers. So this means we should have a pretty good lane in here somewhere if they don't block shit. And sure enough, we were able to hit the lane and get huge yards. It's very important that you look where your advantage is and you want to read the defense. You can't just hike the ball, spam turbo, and run to the outside. You're not going to have success that way. Now, right here, we can see they've got more like 4 guys in the box. Now, we still have the advantage, but we have a little bit less of an advantage. But this should still be enough for us to hit a gap, and sure enough, look what happens. And then we follow our blockers, we don't outrun them, and then we get a touchdown. Simple and easy. Now, right here, you could see it's a little bit more crowded. There's 4 guys in the box, and there is the cornerback that's pretty close.
58
That's
put
a little
over
bit
on his
riskier.
ass.
Whereas if I audible to this zone weak play, this isn't really one of our better runs, but just for the purposes of demonstrating here, you can see this run's attacking between the left guard and the left tackle. And if we look from the center over to the left, there's only 3 guys in that box right there. There's the 2 guys on the line and the linebacker on the left. Whereas we have our 2 linemen, or our 3 linemen rather, because we have the center and we have our fullback. So this could be a decent run for us if they don't block shit, in which they did, but you could see that hole was open. We're going to go to the replay here and look at this, because sometimes you're just going to get block shitted. Sometimes a good defender is just going to make a super win like this. But had number 71 held on to that block, you could see there was a massive hole there that we were going to be able to run to. But sometimes the defense is just going to blow up your spot, and that's okay. Now here we're going to switch it up a little bit because I want to show you that you can also give yourself the advantage in the run game too. So I'm going to flip this stretch to the left. You can flip runs with the right analog stick by going right or left, and you can flip runs on most plays to either side. Now I flipped this run to the left, and I'm going to actually get on my tight end here, and I'm going to motion him over to the left. So what I've done now is I've actually helped give myself a numbers advantage.
Thank you, Eric Rayweather. Thank you. He said exactly what I've been saying, and I've still gotten comments to this day. But I like the turbo. I like running with the turbo. Stop it. Read the defense. And if you're not good at reading the defense, go in practice mode and try it. Test it out. Help yourself. If you want to win games, help yourself. Come on now.
That's it. You only hit turbo when you're trying to pull away or when you're on the outside trying to beat them to the sideline. Right here, I'm never touching turbo. I'm just using my left stick. And sometimes I'm not going to get great yards. Sometimes I will. But you could see right there, I was able to kind of bob and weave a little bit and get a couple yards in a situation where I probably should have lost yards. If I was holding turbo, I wouldn't be able to do that because you can't change direction as easily when you're holding down turbo. I'm never holding turbo in any of these spots right here. This is strictly left stick. I can take my right hand completely off the controller. And in fact, you should practice running like that to get better. Because I guarantee you, you're holding down that turbo or that acceleration boost, which is right trigger or R2. You're holding it down more than you think you are. It's a force of habit. I even do it by accident sometimes. Because we're just so used to having our right index finger hovering over that button ready to press it. So if you want to get better at running, get in practice mode and literally take your right hand off the controller. Only use your left thumb on the left thumbstick. That will get you a lot better at running. The problem with pressing turbo too soon is because
if he doesn't block shed, look at this.
Shed a lot quicker.
C's parted wide open.
It does limit your change of direction because you just can't stop on a dime as easily. Now right here, this is a good example where I would hit turbo. I'm trying to get to the outside as quick as possible. I'm not holding it right away because I want to get out of the backfield. Right here, this is when I press it. It makes sense. I'm in open field and I'm trying to pick up as many yards as possible. But until I'm in that situation, I need to lay off turbo because I have to allow myself to read the blocks and see where I need to go. Number 4, use sets that have multiple tight ends. As you've seen pretty much every formation that I've run out of in this video, there's been at least 2 tight ends on the field. The reason for this is because it just helps you run block better because you have extra big bodies on the line. Now, sure, you can run out of shotgun sets if you want to run an inside zone to keep the defense honest. There's nothing wrong with that. But typically, if you're running the ball, use heavier sets. Heck, this set right here has 3 tight ends. Now, this is a little aggressive because it's a lot harder to pass out of these. So I like going 2 tight ends because it's more balanced between pass and run. But if you really want to pound, just go with the 3 tight end set. It's going to give you better blocking. And also just be mindful, you don't have to hit home runs every play. You can get 4 to 5 yards, even 3 yards sometimes, and that's fine. Trying to go for the home run every play.
Stop hitting turbo. Hashtag stop hitting turbo.
We barreled forward for 6 yards, but we had contact about 2 yards into the play. Right here, we only got about 2.5. Not every run can be a home run, but if you practice these tips, I'm telling you, you'll chip away, and eventually, as you've seen in this video, those opportunities to hit big runs are going to be there from time to time. And for the last tip, you want to scheme these runs together. So I've shown you all the good runs in this video. Right here, okay, we have a dive. Now, we don't want to just run this every play unless our opponent can't stop it, but we want to obviously read the defense like I've talked about earlier. If the inside looks good, we want to run a dive. Right here, the box is pretty filled. It looks like...
Yeah, and I used to do it as well.
Whereas if I audible to this stretch play...
Until I start realizing
here because we're gonna
I'm getting way more yardage without the turbo.
So you always want to have different runs in your arsenal so that they can't just key in on one of them. Again, right here, we can see the box is pretty loaded, so I'm going to try to take a stretch here. Is it going to work every time? No, but I can look at this and say that running up the middle probably isn't the best idea. So
oh, yeah, that is true. I also want to speak on this with the turbo. Online players, right? If you're wondering why you're not getting the yardage you want or you're getting the block shed really quick, 9 times out of 10, you're using the sprint button. As soon as you get the ball, you're using the sprint button. And now you're wondering why the hell can I not get anything? Or why is the defenders already like right here? Just looking right at me like, come on. Oh, you want to go over here? No. You want to go over here? No. You want to go over here? No. Like, why is that happening? Because you're more likely using the turbo button. Not only that, it's going to tire out your player a lot quicker as well. So use the sticks, okay? Practice with the sticks if you're not good with it. And then once you get into an actual game, the defense not going to know how to defend you. I'm telling you, man, oh man, I know I paused a lot in this, but I mean, he was basically speaking what I have been speaking for so long, and people still do not understand it or just don't want to hear it, which is okay. But I got to for the people that did not hear it the first time, I have to talk about it. You know what I mean? But that's gonna do it for me, guys. Hopefully you guys did learn something, because I did. Love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.